going to concentrate on here, being a little too aggressive, and I can't. I don't like this position here. He might be able to take out that supply. Oh, here comes that drop. No speed shuttle. It's going to clear a lot of mines, though. And nice micro there by Flash, able to pick off those zealots really rapidly before the tanks or the mines were able to destroy any of his units. So ending up a little bit dry. And Reach, running in, and siege tank at the lower position. He's going to end up losing a lot of these Dragoons. Dragoons he needs to conserve. So losing 4 right there, kind of carelessly and without a lot of purpose. And again, being economically behind and being on a map like Talcross, he has to conserve every single unit. Flash in anticipation of the Arbiters, and also try to probably to switch up to weapons 2 as quickly as possible, getting that starport. He's already at weapons 1, I assume. We'll see when the units are selected in a moment here. The Vulture's going up to that 1 o'clock location. Not going to get a lot accomplished here. They are going to be able to get a couple probe kills, but they're just so cheap. That will probably work out for Flash, and that will disrupt mining for a little bit, it looks like. Somehow sneaking in there before the cannons are up. A lot of Dragoons out there for Reach, and I think at this stage Reach might think about getting a couple more Zealots. Actually looks like he's going to pump Arbiters instead. Not a lot of gateways off through these 3 bases, but it looks like Flash does have a single unit of some sort in that upper right hand corner trying to keep an eye out. There is that science facility to continue with that upgrade-ness, which will really help him out. And now it looks like he's going into camper mode. Looks like there was just a Vulture out there to try to keep an eye out. So this will be the key now for Reach, is can Reach establish that upper right-hand base while keeping Flash's bases to a minimum. Flash, yeah, he needs to really capitalize by taking that bridge either along that left-hand corner and also taking that bridge to that right-hand corner to just kind of establish a position across this map and just kind of seal up and basically force Reach into a situation where he has to run into him. Stasis is absolutely critical in this map, as well as recall, because this map is very recallable across that main. So a couple options there for Reach. The thing for Reach, though, is he can't afford to really strain any armies, because again, I feel like Taran can, just because of the way the map's positioning, Taran can inflict a lot more damages on Protoss across the map positions than vice versa. Couple of Vultures wandering up, only 2 Dragoons. That's not going to be enough to stop these 5 Vultures, particularly with the mines in array. And it looks like they are going to be able to take out 1 Dragoon right there. Some Dragoons should wander back in position to support this, but that will stop that 1 o'clock from going up momentarily. This is going to put Reach ahead 1 base. But Flash, I think before he's really going to be thinking about pushing out and taking another base, he's going to wait for either that. I think he might be waiting for that weapons 2, or at least he's going to macro up a little bit. Dragoon running headlong into some mines, getting killed there. Those are going to back off. Not really getting any probe kills, not really accomplishing anything, but that is harassing. Weapons 1 has been online for quite some time and putting it down a lot of factories. Yeah, he's going to try to macro this up as well. He's got an interesting spread. Usually I'm used to seeing people just pack their buildings up on that corner to make, and playing old school, putting supply depots and crap in the way, so those Dragoons just kind of misfire and mistarget. I like that. Forge is now down to try to maintain some sort of upgrade comparability, because you don't want to let the Terran get too far ahead in upgrades, otherwise they're just ridiculously dangerous. Some High Templar out in the field. No Zealot speed, interestingly enough, at least not that I'm seeing. And a dropship out for Flash. This is not something I'm used to seeing. A dropship out to that upper right. It looks like it's headed to that upper right. I don't know that he really has a good place to drop this, though, because he could just run Vultures up to that 1 o'clock. So I'm not sure what the purpose of this dropship is. 2 cannons are going to be there, nevertheless, to kind of fight that off. Some probes. Oh, tanks! Okay, so tanks going to go up to that upper ridge, and they're just going to... Oh, this is going to be bad for Reach. That cannon, first of all, is going to get nailed by that dropship spotting for these tanks. I think that's in range. Nope, not quite, actually. So, yeah, okay, it was in range. It's canceling. Reach canceling in time, but no, not able to pull his probes back, and it looks like those tanks are going to get 5 kills, and they're also going to be able to stop the... Oh man, poor probes are like, what, stop, huh, what? And with those Vultures and that back edge, as well as those tanks in that position, it's going to be somewhat difficult for Reach to reclaim this. I like that, because it's kind of a dual purpose, because meantime Flash isn't committing a lot of troops, he's still harassing that, he's basically stopping another base from going up, and he's got some kind of sort of map control with this dropship. He can keep wandering it back and forth, force Reach to keep moving back and forth. This is also going to give Flash an opportunity where he can kind of move his units freely at other portions of his base while this army is kind of out and about. And he might even be able to establish that 3rd without too much harassment here. So yeah, I like that decision making with that dropship. He can keep exploiting that corner, maybe keep going back and forth with those tanks if he feels like it, and continue to macro up. Also sending more Vultures out in the field just to be annoying with. Vultures are so cheap and so annoying. Weapons 1 is upgraded, and Flash should be... Yeah, okay, there he's moving out. Let's see if he's going to go establish that 3, or if he's just going to isolate that upper right-hand corner and make sure that Reach can't establish any additional bases. But Reach, I'm not sure that he has enough units to deal with this. Oh, never mind. Flash is going to go for a full front door contain while these units are out of position. And this could pay off, actually, because I don't know that Reach is going to be able to get back in time. He's going to have to clear that minefield. And wow, it's going to come down to stasis, really, EMP versus stasis. If those EMPs land, it's going to be impossible for Reach to break this, and he's going to end up losing the game because he's going to be fully contained. There's an EMP catching, it looks like, a lot of Zealots as well as that High Templar. But Flash now turning around, and he needed to save that EMP right there. Oh, that's such stasis bait. Two science vessels getting knocked down, and it looks like a EMP going off, but there's still another Arbiter in. Oh, so much Psystorm. That is just Psystorm bait. Flash did not have a lot of time to establish position. He's going to lose his entire army. Oh, killer. Oh, my goodness. Reach just decimating everything there. Just, oh, man. Phew. Now that the threat has abated, Reach will be able to take map control. It looks like he's going to run up. He can establish position wherever he wants right here. Flash losing that entire army, especially after not deciding to take his his 4th base at the 3 o'clock simultaneously, the southern 3. He's in a lot of trouble. Those units are going to be killed without too much trouble. Looks like those science vessels might be able to run free. Nope, never mind. Going to lose the science vessels as well. And that is easily, wow, that was a lot of resources. That's easily 10k in minerals and maybe 10k. Well, I'm trying to do the math here. Maybe 5k in gas. And the main almost mined out. Flash is in a terrible position. He's just not going to have a lot of units to work with. Reach, as long as he keeps up with his macro, he'll be able to win this pretty easily. Fairly easily. It looks like Flash going to do what he can. He's going to move that tank and that dropship over to the north. He's going to use that dropship to try to harass that again. And man, he's just got a skeleton crew trying to defend that upper right. Reach going to commit more troops than he really needs to up there. This will stop that 1 o'clock from producing for Reach at the very least. But and it looks like Flash is going to wander up and simultaneously try to establish that lower 3, which will pay off as long as Reach, but this is the thing, is he can't defend here. Now he's moving back and forth across and resieging. Looks like there's a shuttle there to stop that piecemeal, though. Ooh, no problem. 2 Zealots, just like, sup. Yeah, I know, it's Collar's thing to call them manlots, so I don't bother really. Actually, I think this is my first Reach commentary, because Collar's really snagged all of them since the beginning. Collar annoys me sometimes in that regard, actually snagging the really good games. I don't blame him, I would do it too. He's just faster than I am, being on the East Coast, that bastard. But anyway, so many troops out. We should be able to easily establish that upper right-hand corner. And looks like he is going to see that bottom right-hand corner. This is I don't like this decision-making by Reach. He's going to go headlong where there's good tank positioning, a lot of vultures in the way, and a pretty heavy minefield. And that observer seeing it all, and he doesn't have much of an attack force to do with. I guess he does have a lot more troops, but this is being a little bit overly aggressive. Nice EMP to catch that Arbiter. It looks like now he's going to back up. So I'm not sure that I like that attack. That's not a very good approach position. I think instead what he should do is just max out, get those bases in the upper right, and then just go for a recall. And instead, it looks like some vultures going to be able to sneak through into that upper right because those Dragoons were out of position. They're going to kill the probe, and that's going to stop that expansion from going up. So Flash not doing too bad a job of keeping these expansions from establishing themselves. He's actually going to end up in an economic lead here. Wow, he's going to end up in the economic lead, even though Flash had those even though Reach had those bases in the upper right. He hasn't been able to do anything with them. He has a lot of troops out in the ground, and he should have, with just vultures, basically a skeleton crew. Flash has managed to take another base, deny 2 to Reach, and not take any significant damages otherwise, which is incredible. I'm not sure how he's doing this, but now, as I speak, Reach is just going to push in with everything he's got. He's got a couple Arbiters, a huge army. I can't imagine that Flash has enough to really counter this. And it looks like they're just going to wander in. All he has to do is recall over that edge. It looks instead he's just going to wander in and attack that 3 o'clock and starve Flash out. Oh, nice mine drag there. Pretty good spread on its troops, though, so stasis is very minimized. And a couple troops coming in from the north. There are reinforcements coming, but I think it's mostly Goliaths and Vultures, so I don't think Flash is going to be able to save this base. Actually, no, a significant amount of tanks. This is extremely risky on Flash's part. He's sending basically everything to defend that 3. I don't think he's going to be able to save it. Ooh, good Psystorm, and I think he's going to end up losing those troops. He did hold up short, so but yeah, it looks like that's going to take off. That's going to have to back out. Reach accomplished his mission. Now he can just kind of escape to the northern position. He did manage to finally take that base in the upper right, so finally taking that well-deserved economic edge. But nice, that was really risky map positioning, because essentially if Reach had any more counterattack troops to just send along that bottom left-hand corner, I don't think there's anything there that Flash had under defense. If all those units were flooding down along that left-hand edge right now, I think Flash could just go up and finish it, or I'm sorry, Reach could just finish it from both directions. Instead, it looks like some Vulture's going to wander in, and they're able to take a High Templar out there, dropping some mines along the way just to be annoying. And Flash once again wandering out, and Reach once again on the prowl. He's going to head right back out. A lot of cannons to that northern position. Those Vultures aren't going to accomplish anything. And Reach doesn't need to really go up there, but it looks like he's going to go for another attack and just kind of do that kind of turn cycle once again. A lot of mines in the way this time. Those tanks still in position. Flash needs to be very careful. I'm not sure what he has defending his 9 o'clock, his southern 9, basically the 8 o'clock position. I should call it that. I have no idea what he has defending there. A lot of troops coming in, 2 tank stasis, so it's just a 2 tank plus minefield defense. Pretty good spread otherwise, and he's also got an Archon wiping things out. And it's just going to be too many troops. I don't think Flash has really the economy to defend this. It looks like the tanks did actually back